NASA is preparing to bid adieu to one of its most successful spacecraft. The final stage is being set today for the demise of Project Galileo. The probe has been orbiting Jupiter for the past 6 years, sending back spectacular pictures of the giant planet and its moons. Early this morning, Galileo began to make its closest approach yet to Jupiter's moon, Io, skimming just 62 miles above the surface, passing through extreme radiation. Researchers have been studying the images of the moon, looking for changes from year to year in its volcanic landscape. But Galileo is now beginning to suffer from old age. Its parts are wearing out because of the intense radiation, and the spacecraft itself is running short of the fuel needed to keep its antennae pointed toward Earth.
So just like an airplane that's low on fuel, we want to make sure we can put Galileo in a safe place before we lose control. And for Galileo, that means that we're going to impact the spacecraft into the planet Jupiter and get it out of the Jupiter system. This is important because we don't want to inadvertently hit Europa, a moon that Galileo also discovered that there was water beneath the surface. And we don't want to take the risk on contaminating that moon.
Galileo still has one final photographic mission this coming November, when it will make its first close flyby of one of Jupiter's small inner moons, Amalthea. And then in September 2003, NASA will close the books on Galileo. Tech TV's Bob Hirschfeld takes a closer look now at one of NASA's most successful space missions ever.
It's been an amazing little spacecraft, right from the time it was slowly released from the cargo bay of Space Shuttle Atlantis on October 18, 1989.
And the Sunnyvale flight director has just confirmed the successful deploy of the inertial upper stage and Galileo.
The spacecraft proved a huge success, giving researchers close-up looks at Jupiter and its many mysteries, its radiation belt and huge red spot. Galileo even gave them a spectacular photo of the rings that surround the planet, similar to but much fainter than the rings of Saturn. In all, there were 33 orbits around Jupiter and numerous close approaches to its 4 large moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. This last close-up of Io will give scientists a rare look at the side of the moon that faces Jupiter, much like our own moon always keeps its same side facing Earth. In all, Galileo has given NASA more than its money's worth. The spacecraft has survived 3 times longer than its mission was planned for. And among the wealth of information that it gathered about the biggest planet in our solar system have come some key findings.
One of them was it's our first map, really, of the magnetosphere of Jupiter. Because Galileo's been in orbit for 6 years, we've looked at almost all parts of the magnetosphere of Jupiter, and we've got our first idea of what its basic layout is. A second one is a much better understanding of Jupiter's weather. Now, you'll remember that Jupiter is a gas giant, and it's really mostly just atmosphere. So we're learning how the weather systems, the dynamics of a planet like that actually work, and Galileo has made major contributions to that.
NASA's next mission to Jupiter is a spacecraft that will orbit the moon Europa. There's evidence of an ocean of liquid salt water under the surface of Europa, and possibly even life. That finding is one more in the legacy of Project Galileo. Bob Hirschfeld, Tech TV.